back to In the Huddle with Bill Scott and Green Bay offensive lineman TJ Lang.
And we are back here at the fifth quarter in Little Chute. Our program tonight brought to you each and every week by Mole Lake Casino Resort and Conference Center. Back with TJ Lang and tonight's special guest in his third season out of Central Florida. He wears number 71, Josh Sitton. Thanks for coming out, Josh.
Oh, thanks for having me.
I talked with you during the preseason about this because I really feel pretty strongly that offensive linemen, when you don't hear their name, it means they're doing good, and you should never take offense to that because it means you're doing good and people are acknowledging that. And I thought that last year you were about as solid as an offensive lineman as the Packers had. And there wasn't not a lot of conversation about you. And maybe you'd like a couple of visiting reporters to come by and do a few, good faith stories, that kind of thing. But I'm not sure if that's the kind of guy that you are. But
I don't mind not hearing my name. It's like you said, It's a good thing. The only time you hear offensive lineman's name is when they're giving up a sack or getting the quarterback hit. So, you don't want to hear your name, and I could care less if there's anything written about me. I just like to play football. I'm just there to play football. I don't care, what else is, papers, stories, whatever. I'm here to play football and do my job. And that's what I try to do every Sunday.
You stepped in as a rookie, and had it not been for an injury, you had a pretty solid shot to be a starter right off the bat. Mm-hmm. And then you come in last year, you win that job, and there just wasn't, there really wasn't a battle there. It's like you kind of sealed that thing up pretty quick.
Well, there's always a battle, but yeah, I mean, there's always competition, and with Jason and Scott, I think it was more of a battle at the center position, and I came in and was able to get the job done, and I feel like I've done a solid job since, and I'm pretty entrenched as a starter at the guard position right now, and I'm working on doing a lot of the little things now to get better to become one of the best guards in the league.
What would those be?
Well, I mean, as TJ will tell you, I get yelled at every day for having my hand outside and not getting the right hand placement. And, just little things, footwork. I'll look like the ugliest lineman in the world 9 times out of 10 with my footwork. Just little things, and I really have focused on it. My whole thing is if you get the job done, you get the job done. Mm-hmm. But Coach Camp and Fontenot are really trying to drive the little things to make my job easier. If you get your hands inside and you get your pad level down, it's going to make your job a lot easier. Just working on little things like that.
You're probably, coming in here, probably a little bit more known as a run blocker. And now you come into an offense that passes like crazy. And it's, what's that like? Is it kind of catch-up time? You got to learn on the fly and get better at that part of it real quick.
It's funny. We were talking about that today, and we throw the ball a lot. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
Mike's a throw first, run second type guy. He likes to throw to score and run at the end of games to win the games. We haven't been in the position to do that a lot this year, but. It's one of those things. You got to run block, you got to pass block. Whatever's called is the call, and you got to do it. We were talking about it today. You can't do anything about what's called. You just got to adapt to everything and block what's called.
Used to do a show years ago with Aaron Taylor, who was a starting guard for the Packers, and he used to and that was when Mike Holmgren was here, and it used to bother the heck out of him to see the first 15 scripted plays and 12 of them would be pass plays. And it's always the theory of his, and I would suspect it's pretty much uniform for offensive linemen, is that you want to set the tone. You jack yourself up at the start of a game, you're ready to go out and play smash mouth football, and all of a sudden, pass blocking, you're kind of more on the defensive, and run blocking, you're more on the offensive. So TJ, when you see a team throwing the ball right off the bat, it's got to be tough on offensive linemen, isn't it?
Yeah, it's tough. With the amount of passes we have a game, you're asking a lot out of the offensive linemen. Pass blocking 40 times a game, that's tough. And if you have, you let up one sack, you could win 39 out of 40 battles, and that's going to be, a negative day for you. So it's tough, but that's what we get paid to do. We get paid to go out there and block the defensive line, and every team's got a solid, one or two pass rushers on their team, and it's tough. You definitely like to get out there and run the ball as an offensive lineman. We feel like that's where we do most of our dirty work. But like Josh said, we just have to, adapt to whatever's called and get out there and do the job.
So as an offense, like defense, these guys work together. They do stunts and all that kind of stuff. On offense, is it kind of just you and the guy next to you? Maybe a two-man team as opposed to all five guys?
I mean, our coaches say it all the time. We, build in our protections to try and help one another. But, it's really just one-on-one battles. Okay. And, let's say 10% of the time I'm, passing off a stunt with the tackle or something, passing off a blitz or a game or something. But, it's a one-on-one battle pretty much every play as an offensive lineman. And you have to have all five up front, winning those one-on-one battles to be successful.
You guys scored an average of 28 points a game last season. And in 3 of the last 4 games, the point totals were something like 20, 17, 13. I know you guys are frustrated and trying to figure it out, and you're working, day and night. The coaching staff is, and you guys come in and watch a lot of film. And what's it going to take? It's just going to take one of those games where it just clicks, and all of a sudden here comes a little momentum.
Well, I mean, obviously, yeah. I mean, this game is, built on momentum and that confidence, and we really need to get that momentum back and get that confidence back. And I think TJ hit it on earlier. It's inconsistency on third down. And if you look at our game, 3 of 13 on third down, you're going to kill our defense. They're going to be out there all day if we're doing that. We have to continue these drives, and obviously, I'm not a genius. You got to win third down to be able to get to the end of the end zone. Yeah. We have to continue these drives and keep our defense off the field and score more points. But I think we need to be more consistent on third down.
And TJ, sometimes to win third down, you got to win first and second down too, because third down, I think yesterday there were 4, maybe even 5 times where it was 3rd and 14 or 15. So it was a lot of yards. Those are tough to pick up for anybody.
Yeah, we always like to get into manageable third downs. What we like to say. We're third and 5 would be a manageable. It's an easy play for the Coach McCarthy to call. He can call a short pass, long pass. When you get in the 3rd and 10 plus, it starts getting tough on the play caller, and your chances of executing that third down go down tremendously. So we put ourselves in bad position a couple times yesterday with some stupid penalties and a couple sacks, but I know Josh had a false start. Put us back a little bit.
Thanks, man.
But we just got to eliminate those mistakes to better our chances.
Mike McCarthy preaches availability and accountability. Those are 2 of his favorite words. And Josh, you've been pretty available and pretty accountable. In fact, since you've been here, as a starter, you haven't missed a snap, haven't missed a game, haven't missed anything.
Thanks for jinxing me. I appreciate that.
Didn't mean to do that, but I
sprained my ankle this week in practice. Appreciate it.
Well, I'll take the blame. If it happens, but I don't think that's going to happen. You're a pretty reliable guy, and I'm sure you take great pride in that.
Yeah, I do. Like you said, since I've been the starter, I haven't missed a snap, and it feels good. Last year I was the only one on offense to play 100% of the snaps, and it feels good. I think it's the hard work I've put in, it's definitely paying off. The weight coaches do a great job of pushing us in the off season and building our bodies up to prevent injuries. And I think I got to give credit to them and to Coach Camp and Fontenot for what they do. And it's been a good year and a half so far.
So you're a curling guy, huh?
Yeah, we picked that up last year, the last off season. Well, you did it once or twice.
Yeah, I went out a couple times.
All right, we'll talk more about that when we come back. Justin Hull might want to join us because he became a curling fanatic this year as well. And I've actually done it for a while myself. So we'll talk more about that, and we'll continue our conversation. TJ Lang and Josh Sitton, our guest on the program tonight, had a mental moment. Back with more after this on the Woodward Radio Network.